Hi, I'm Bill Laturnus. Today we're going to talk about mill inspections. Let's go. Okay, so we're up on the operating floor. At this point, I have 4 different routes that I can take. It's all about my journey through the mill. When I take different routes through the mill, either to the right, back where I came from, down through the basement, maybe through the lunchroom, we're able to see things differently and identify different hazards. When we identify the hazards, we can make changes to correct those. Let's go this way. So as I'm walking through, got a bit of a whiff of smoke. Obviously there's some hot work going on, so I want to check that out. From the looks of it, somebody's been doing some work with a grinder. The hose is out. Let's go check their hot work permit. Check out the hot work permits to make sure that they're filled out properly, they've been signed off, and the combustibles have all been eliminated from the area. Also check lockout. We got 2 workers working on a conveyor, so I'm going to come over and check to make sure they have everything locked out correctly. An important part of inspections is to watch the workers working. Are they following the correct work procedures? How are they standing? How are they lifting? You see some workers in the distance there. Check out their PPE, make sure they're wearing their PPE and following the right procedures. So here's a guy on a forklift. When he backs up, you're checking to make sure the backup alarm works. You're checking for his seat belt. You took a look to make sure that he did his shoulder check. As you're walking in the shop areas, you're going to take a look at the compressed gas, make sure it's all secured. Here's the shop truck. Take a look at the pre-use. Check to make sure the tanks are secured. Take a look at the back, make sure there's no loose tools or anything that's going to fall out. That looks good. So when I walk into a shop area, I'm looking at the ventilation systems. I take a close look at the rigging. Check out all the angle grinders, make sure their guards are on. Check out the guards on the presses. Check out the switch gear, make sure there's nothing stacked in front of it. So when I'm in the basement, I'm looking at the possible combustible dust accumulations, general housekeeping, guarding for the conveyor chain runs. Here's some nice guarding for the drive units. It's nice to see they've got the cleanup equipment in one spot so they know where to get it from. Good condition of ladders, they're secured. Checking behind the MCC panel for wood dust. For the Babbitt bench, we're going to check for magnets on the ventilation system, stop the tramp metal from going up there. It creates a perfect storm for an explosion if there's any kind of a suspended dust in the system. Looks nice and tidy in here. Here's the grinder. I'm going to check it for spacing and for guards. Looks good. Checking out the eye wash stations for cleanliness. They got their caps on it. Good stuff. So as I'm walking by the rigging, I'm going to take a look at the condition, looking at the labels, making sure I can read the rating on them. Pike poles look good. Tips are sharp. They're well stored. Chainsaws are stored nicely. Nobody's going to trip on them. Nobody's going to cut themselves. Check to make sure all the gates are secure. This one's good. So I'm always looking for combustible dust accumulations throughout the whole mill. Checking to make sure that they got the covers on their electrical connections. So inspections are something that everybody can participate in. Every day when you're walking into the mill, walking out of the mill, stop, take a look around and see if there's a hazard that needs to be addressed.